नमस्कार, आवाज एंटरप्रेन्योर के इस खास एपिसोड में आप सभी का स्वागत है। हम आपके लिए स्पेशल एपिसोड लेकर आ रहे हैं सीधे सिलिकॉन वैली कैलिफोर्निया से, जो है इनोवेशन, टेक्नोलॉजी और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का ग्लोबल गार्ड। यहाँ की खासियत यही है कि 30% लोग सिलिकॉन वैली में भारतीय मूल के हैं, यानी कि हर दूसरी तीसरी कंपनी में आपको एक स्टार्टअप फाउंडर मिलेगा और ऐसे ही स्टार्टअप फाउंडर से हम आपको रूबरू करवाने वाले हैं। सबसे पहले आपकी मुलाकात करवाते हैं शिव नारायण से। शिवा ने 11 साल गूगल में काम किए और उसके बाद अपनी खुद की कंपनी शुरू की, अर्बन इंजन्स। अर्बन इंजन्स का फोकस है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन और लोगों की आवाजाही को मैप कर स्मार्ट सिटीज बनाने में मदद करना।
शिव नारायण 9 साल गूगल में नौकरी की, अब खुद का बिजनेस चला रहे हैं। ये एक टेक फ्रीक हैं जिन्होंने वेब आइडियाज को हकीकत में बदलने का सपना देखा।
2010, I got excited about how do we apply the same ideas that we had on the web to the world that we live in, the world that we move in. How do we take those ideas on how to make the experience of how people move and how packages move in the physical world, understanding that a lot better and making those experiences a lot faster.
अर्बन इंजन स्मार्ट सिटी और फ्लीट सर्विस को आसान बनाने के लिए काम करती है। शहर में ट्रांसपोर्ट सर्विस, रास्ते, रेलवे रूट्स, पार्किंग की व्यवस्था यानी बेहतरीन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाने की प्लानिंग करती है। लोगों की सहूलियत के हिसाब से और टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से स्मार्ट शहर बनाने के लिए कंपनी ने डेटा इकट्ठा करके अर्बन प्लानिंग को एक नई दिशा दी है।
So what we do is we work with smart cities that are running buses, trains, roads, and also smart fleets where a package is being delivered. So what we notice is that there are a lot of inefficiencies in terms of how buses run, how trains run, how roads are organized, both in terms of what is happening today and also in terms of what is happening over the longer period of time, right? So how do you plan your city? How do you plan your infrastructure so that as more and more people are moving into cities, how do you make those experiences of how people move and packages move a lot faster and better? So that's really what we do at Urban Engine.
इस प्लानिंग के लिए सबसे पहले शहर के बारे में तरह तरह की जानकारी हासिल करना जरूरी होता है। इस डेटा के आधार पर शहर की प्लानिंग की जाती है।
So we take data from sensors that are being deployed in the world. We start, when you start aggregating all this information, you can start to visualize it, analyze it, and also understand movement patterns of behavior.
बढ़ते ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इस क्षेत्र में कारोबार के मौके बढ़ा दिए हैं। जैसे जैसे ई कॉमर्स इंडस्ट्री बढ़ रही है, फ्लीट और सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में भी इस तरह के कारोबार की जरूरत पड़ रही है। लेकिन फिलहाल कंपनी का फोकस टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से शहरों की बढ़िया प्लानिंग पर ही रहेगा।
We understand how the city is moving, how people are moving, then you can be smarter about longer term planning of cities. So for example, urban planning and so on, right? So where do I put my next set of office buildings, my next set of residential complexes, or even the next set of schools and senior care centers? If I understand where people live and how they move, I can be a lot smarter about how cities can be a lot smarter and a lot more elastic to respond to the needs of the community. So those are examples of how it actually has implications across the retail as well as real estate markets as well.
अर्बन इंजन दुनिया भर में स्मार्ट सिटी के कई प्रोजेक्ट कर चुकी है और अब ये भारतीय मूल के एंटरप्रेन्योर्स मोदी सरकार की 100 स्मार्ट सिटीज को संवारने में मदद करेंगे। हर्षिता सावंत, कैलिफोर्निया।
इसी के साथ वक्त हो रहा है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का, लेकिन सिलिकॉन वैली से इस खास पेशकश में आप बने रहिए। लौटेंगे और बात करेंगे कार्ल मेहता की एडकास्ट के बारे में। आप देख रहे खास पेशकश सीएनबीसी आवाज पर। आवाज एंटरप्रेन्योर है, सिलिकॉन वैली कैलिफोर्निया में। हम यहाँ पर आपके लिए एक झलक लेकर आ रहे हैं यहाँ पर बसे हुए भारतीय मूल के एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की। ब्रेक से पहले हमने देखा कैसे एक एक्स गूगलर शिव नारायण अर्बन इंजन्स के जरिए दुनिया भर में स्मार्ट सिटीज डेवलप में मदद कर रहे हैं। अब आपकी मुलाकात करवाते हैं काल मेहता से। वैसे सोचिए, फेसबुक, लिंक्डइन जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स आपकी मदद करते हैं नए दोस्त बनाने के लिए, पुराने दोस्तों से फिर रूबरू होने के लिए और अपने नेटवर्किंग कनेक्शंस को मजबूत करने के लिए। लेकिन अगर आपने अपने स्किल सेट को इम्प्रूव करना है, उसके लिए आप कहां जाएंगे? यही सोचकर काल मेहता ने शुरू की अपनी कंपनी एडकास्ट।
काल मेहता ऐसे भारतीय है जो पिछले 20 साल से अमेरिका में बसे हैं। स्टार्टअप हब सिलिकॉन वैली में 3 बिजनेस आजमाने के बाद अब काल एडकास्ट बिजनेस वेंचर चला रहे हैं। एडकास्ट एक ऐसा पर्सनल लर्निंग नेटवर्क है जो स्किल सेट डेवलप करने के लिए दुनिया भर में मौजूद एजुकेशनल मटेरियल, इंस्टीट्यूशंस, एंटरप्राइजेस, इंस्ट्रक्टर्स से स्टूडेंट को ऑनलाइन जोड़ता है। एडकास्ट का ये प्लेटफॉर्म सोशल, मोबाइल और क्लाउड बेस्ड लर्निंग मुहैया करता है।
One behavior that we see now in almost more than 2 billion people on the planet is that everybody is wired into this behavior of social media every day. So we're spending time on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all those social networks, but most of the content over there is really just socializing and entertainment. But we're not learning and we are not enriching and we are not gaining new skills. So the idea behind Edcast is to take that horizontal plumbing of a social network, but add the content which is all about enriching yourself, learning from the experts, from the influencers, and then you're really learning peer to peer.
एडकास्ट के पास फिलहाल हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, टेक जैसे अलग अलग सेक्टर के 15 चैनल्स हैं। एडकास्ट का प्लेटफॉर्म ग्राहकों के लिए पूरी तरह से मुफ्त है।
So any kind of skill sets that you want to learn, but we have initially started obviously in terms of specific topics. So we have about 15 channels. So when you go, any user goes to edcast.com, we have 15 channels on it, very much like your TV network, right? And those channels are like, there is architecture, there is health, there is education, there is technology, there is entrepreneurship. So all of this you can learn. Now we've also allowed another capability, which is you can create your own channel. So if you are an expert, like if you are an instructor or a teacher or maybe like a content owner, like the McGraw-Hills of the world, you could actually create your own channel and you can post content.
एडकास्ट को SoftBank Capital, StarTex, Kapoor Capital, Menlo, New Schools, कर्विन वेंचर्स जैसे दिग्गज निवेशों का साथ मिला है। काल का कहना है कि कंपनी को फिलहाल प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के पीछे भागने की जरूरत नहीं है और यही सिलिकॉन वैली में होने की सबसे बड़ी खासियत है।
One of the great thing about being in Silicon Valley is that this is one unique place when investors do take a long-term view and they would support to fund you on a much bigger vision. And so the big vision is that we want to have 1 billion people engaged, and then some small percentage of people out of that billion who can afford to pay money, they will pay, but they subsidize the rest of the people.
अमेरिका की एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री $1 ट्रिलियन की है और ग्लोबली ये बाजार $5.5 ट्रिलियन बड़ा है। बढ़ते टेक इनोवेशन से अब इस मार्केट के ट्रेडिशनल स्कूल और कॉलेज धीरे धीरे ऑनलाइन में तब्दील हो रहे हैं और यही मौका है एडकास्ट जैसे वेंचर को बड़ा बनाने का।
So just like in the shopping industry, how things are going from brick and mortar to e-commerce, same thing in education, the whole education content and the skilling is going from brick and mortar to online. So you can imagine that over the time, 5%, 10%, 50% of the $1 trillion or $5.5 trillion will turn into online and mobile. And fundamentally, our bet is that since 2 billion people are already engaged in social networking, we would ride that wave.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के डिजिटल इंडिया कैंपेन के साथ एडकास्ट करीब से जुड़ा है। इसके लिए स्किल अप इंडिया ORG की शुरुआत हुई है। कंपनी ने भारत के नामी इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ करार किया है।
There's about 1 million people coming into the workforce every month in India. But unfortunately, what all the employers are telling us, even in India, that these people are not skilled. Majority of them don't have, they have a employable age like 21 or 22, but they don't even have a college degree. And the people who do have a college degree, they don't have the skill set. So there is a massive requirement to skill. There's almost 500 million people. So we are working closely with a number of departments within the Indian government, and I've met with several of them, and National Skills Development Corporation is doing a fantastic work.
डिजिटल इंडिया को पूरी दुनिया के लोग अपनी अपनी तरह से सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। खासकर भारतीय मूल के कई टेक एक्सपर्ट्स और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स कोड फॉर इंडिया कैंपेन चला रहे हैं। ये डेवलपर्स की कम्युनिटी है जो भारत में सुधार लाने के इरादे से हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, सैनिटेशन, सेफ्टी, सिक्योरिटी जैसे सेक्टर्स के लिए ऐप डेवलप कर रहे हैं।
So what Code for India allows to do is that, all these engineers on the ground, 20-something, 30-something kids, but they're empowered, they have talent, they build the apps for, like you have a road safety issue, you have some of our volunteer engineers, they build, you have the Clean Up India. So they built an app where every time you see trash, not being picked up by your municipality, or you have a pothole in the road, rather than complaining and whining and blaming the government, you become an active citizen, you take a picture of it, we timestamp it, we location stamp it, we automatically send it to whoever the concerned, municipality department person is. So this kind of apps, you don't have to wait. None of the for-profit companies are going to build it because there is no money there. Yeah. The government's not going to build it. They don't have the best tech people. So who's going to build it? So it's we, all of us has to become volunteers, become a part of an organization, come together and build it.
ग्रास रूट लेवल पर ऐसे कई छोटे मोटे कैंपेन शुरू हो चुके हैं और इसमें डिजिटल इंडिया की कामयाबी का आगाज होते दिख रहा है। हर्षदा सावंत, कैलिफोर्निया।
वक्त हो रहा है एक और छोटे से ब्रेक का, लेकिन आप बने रहिए सीएनबीसी आवाज के साथ। आवाज एंटरप्रेन्योर का एक खास एपिसोड आप देख रहे हैं सिलिकॉन वैली कैलिफोर्निया से। यहाँ की खासियत यही है कि भारतीय मूल के एंटरप्रेन्योर्स बड़ी तादाद में हैं, लेकिन उससे एक और एडेड बेनिफिट और एक स्पेशल हाईलाइट ये है कि यहाँ पर भारतीय मूल के ढेर सारे वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट भी मौजूद हैं। चपालो वेंचर्स, खोसला वेंचर्स, इन्वेंटिस, ये बड़े वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट हैं जो भारत को लेकर काफी बुलिश हैं। Since you have been investing in so many companies for the last 15 years, the focus that India is trying to bring as a startup hub, perhaps imitate what is happening in Silicon Valley and transport it there. Do you think it's feasible and it can really happen?
It's already happening in India, I think, certainly in Bangalore and to a lesser extent in Mumbai and Delhi. And the people of India are very entrepreneurial, so I don't think it's going to be very hard to make a Silicon Valley happen in India. It's a matter of making sure the market is big enough, that the internet is there, the speeds are there, the internet speeds, and the infrastructure gets fixed more rapidly than it has in the prior decade of the last 10 years.
क्या हाइपर लोकल कंपनियां उतनी बड़ी बन पाएंगी जितनी ई-कॉमर्स कंपनियां बनी अभी स्नैपडील और फ्लिपकार्ट एंड द लाइक्स?
Right. So I think in the hyper-local space, certainly providing instant gratification in the form of services, whether it's plumbing services or somebody who needs a driver to drive them for an errand for the next, or to go shopping and bring a shopping list back because both parents are busy working and they want to get their grocery list, somebody to do that, or someone to clean the house, for example. I think those services, sites like Zimber, for example, are doing that, and I think that's another great opportunity. That's already happened here, and I think it's just a stage where India is ready for that.
मैं एक रिपोर्ट पढ़ रही थी जिसमें कहा था if these companies, especially the hyper local companies, need to be profitable, they need to make a minimum of 20 to 25 deliveries per day in India. The number now is 8 to 9 deliveries. How long do you think it's going to take them to reach that number? And is profitability a concern स्पेशली जब आप जैसे निवेशक कंपनियों को बैक करते हैं?
I think you're right. I think they need to make more deliveries, and they need to make them clustered together ideally rather than too spread out, which is why having them in a particular zone or a particular area usually works, which is why they can't launch in all cities at once. It's a very expensive proposition. That said, I'm also very excited about the way where the digital economy is uplifting people. So the stories I hear from, for example, Zimbar, of how these workers are now able to move their families up because their income is now more regular, they're getting better pricing in the market, because as an individual employee working for somebody, they don't have pricing leverage. They now have more pricing leverage in the market, which is good. And also, the person receiving the service is very happy. They're getting a consistent higher quality of service. So all these things are good, I think. And this is an example of how efficiency is driven by the internet and by the simple use of a mobile phone.
What is it that you like about the Indian entrepreneurial space?
Well, we like Indian entrepreneurs in general because we invest in Indian entrepreneurs in the U.S. or in India, and actually we invest in good entrepreneurs. We just have to have a very good deal flow with Indian entrepreneurs. The good thing about Indian entrepreneurs is that they're very technology focused. The second thing is that they're very scrappy. They like to do the same thing with 1/3 the price, and that's good sort of cultural skills that we've gained over the years. So you see Indian companies have global aspirations, and so beyond e-commerce or the consumer companies, there's lots of underlying technology already in play.
यहाँ से अगर आगे आपने पैसा लगाना है तो what kind of investments, what is this ticket size that you normally invest in भारत में, और healthcare में आपने निवेश किया है, Breadbasket was of course a big success, और कौन से areas है जहाँ पर आपको लग रहा है potential है?
The typical size, investment size 6 crore से 18 crore 20 crore के आसपास typical bite size. So we come in very early. As soon as there's some product market fit, we like entrepreneurs that have done some work to get there, and we give them the capital to sort of scale from there.
So anything that's caught your eye, something fantastic that's happening in India that would perhaps be catching eyeballs or making headlines in the next 6 to 8 months?
We obviously hope all our companies will make headlines at some point. An early company we invested in late last year, a company called Asan Jobs out of Mumbai, and they are helping job in the job sector. We're helping white collar, blue collar workers to finding jobs in quick service restaurants, and helping the restaurant. Like if Pizza Hut or mainland China wants to hire 500 employees, how do you actually do that effectively, right? Or Uber or Ola wants to hire hundreds of cab drivers. How do you facilitate that? So I think when you have 10 lakh people join the workforce every month, so you need jobs at every scale. So this team came out of IIT Bombay, amazingly smart team. They built technology that we don't even see in the US or anywhere else. We've actually subsequently invested in a company in the US that actually is further behind the Indian company, right? And so those two entrepreneurs are actually talking to each other as well. So it's amazing how when you focus on the set of problems that India sees that the rest of the world doesn't, I think that combination will allow India to sort of innovate for the next 6 billion people.
What policy changes would you expect that the government should take to boost whatever is happening or the action in the entrepreneurial space in India?
I think generally if we open up more of the system, so Aadhaar is great infrastructure, we can encourage even more infrastructure by say opening up Aadhaar based payments, which would be a really, really good idea, and have everybody in the country have an ID with which they can either pay or get paid. And so you get to a digital cash. That's just one example. the internet services there are still lower speed and they need to be much more prevalent, much more pervasive. That's infrastructure that can either be encouraged with policy or other incentives. So those are very good things. Beyond that, the government policy towards some big areas, digital health is an example. I think healthcare can be dramatically improved with digital health if at the same time we have the right policies. Same thing is true of education. Education, given where India is, and especially for 80% of the people, not the elite universities, should be based on digital technologies because it's much more cost effective and much broader in what it can provide and tailor.
इसी के साथ सिलिकॉन वैली की इस खास पेशकश में इतना ही। वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट ललित सेन और मुझे दीजिए इजाजत। नमस्कार एंड टेक केयर।